Everybody got a big day today. Today is the day that we should hopefully start spraying. First things first, we need to steal this. Can't forget the monitor too. And so far we are off to the typical first day in the field where nothing wants to work. Right now my monitor is not powering up. Literally two things you plug in the back, and I'm somehow messing this up. Oh boy. Here you guys, tell me, which wire is it? If you've never been around a farm before, the first day in the field with anything, it's all problems. Fuse, where you at? Now before we beat our heads too hard, I'm just gonna bring this monitor back into the John Deere. We're gonna plug it in just to make sure it's not the monitor. Yep, not the monitor. Let me tell you what, guys. It won't make this very comfortable. After doing a little digging here, found this fuse right there. I took it out, and it's a bad fuse. How am I gonna get out of this position? Oh boy. What I wanna know, Dad, is how you managed to break this when it was just sitting in the shed. Moment of truth, guys. Hey, it worked. See that, guys? I can fix stuff sometimes.
Did I tell you about these new Goodyear tires? These things are cool. Our little skinny ones on the up front, the ground's always softer, and we were always leaving a, little track 2 to 3 inches deep roughly.
Now, before we do any chemical spraying, we're just gonna load up water out of these big tanks onto the sprayer. We're gonna go out in the field, do about 10 acres or so, just make sure everything is working how it's supposed to. Careful, careful. Like I said, this is just straight water that we're putting on right now. I'm just looking under the boom to make sure I don't see any streams of water or water squirting out places it's not supposed to be. And for some reason, I can't get my auto steer to work. Well, my lights are on that. Hey, Bill, it's your favorite person ever.
Second, sorry, your guidance setting or whatever that's called. Make sure that's set to steer command.
Hey, it's working. Easy fix, easy fix. We were on the wrong steering controller. Yeah! All right, guys, check this out. I got my tablet in the hand. I got the mix mitt in front of me. We got everything programmed into these bulk tanks over here. Turn on the old pump, and we hit the go button. Well, I spoke too soon. For some reason, we're able to get water pulled out of the tanks, but we can't get our chemicals to pull through the bulk stack. So we're gonna run a firmware update.
And we're charging our battery, because if that's low, maybe.
And also, I called Doug at Praxidine, and he said behind this flow meter, there's some gears that if water got in there, it could have cracked them.
Everything's fought me today. You want to grab that so I don't. Okay, we're gonna be real careful so we don't.
Ah, that's got product running through it.
Do I need to shut the valves off?
Yeah, it might not hurt. Woo, that stuff will clear out your sinuses. Oh yeah, they are cracked a little bit, aren't they? And just like that, the sprayer sits for the rest of the night. That's a specialty part, so hopefully we can get it tomorrow. But I guess in the meantime, I'm gonna go get the lawnmower, and we're gonna mow the weeds down in my front yard. Where do I put my card in? Hey, how am I supposed to pay for this?
Whoa! My wagon rolled away last night. Hose has a kink in it. All right, let's see if we get this thing fired up. We're gonna go in the bin for a little while and suck up some corn. Oh, it feels good just to kind of relax a little bit. This thing is kind of slow because I'm using a bunch of rubber hoses to get in here. So it kind of slows the flow down, but I'm all right with that. It gets to slow me down a little bit today.
Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be the first time we've ever mowed the yard since we redid it. As we can see, we have a lot of weeds. Got whatever broadleaf this is. Got a little bit of this, a little bit of that white, I don't even know what you'd call that. Right now, this is probably the only crabgrass patch that I've seen. Let's just pull him out while we're here. But the Kentucky bluegrass itself isn't really very tall yet. It's probably only about 2 inches at the tallest. But some areas are only like 1 inch. So we're gonna be mowing this tall. I'm solely mowing this to mow the weeds. What you doing?
Tired. I gotta admit, lately it just seems like all winter long I've been moving corn out of the machine shed, been moving corn out of the bins. Some of this stuff makes it a little harder work, as you guys see on our operation, but lately it's just like I'm ready to be done with all this and move on to the next project.
Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, it turned out good. It's just really weedy. So as we can see, I have a lot of little broadleaf weeds here in the yard. This area in particular is just bad. And then some areas, the grass is coming up real nice. It's tall and nice and established. You can't really see the dirt underneath. And then you got areas right beside it where it's a lot shorter, a lot lighter colored grass, real kind of thin. You can see dirt coming up. And it's kind of interesting, this front part of my yard here is a lot thicker, darker green grass than up there. But I kind of got thinking of why this might be. This particular spot was not really disturbed with the bulldozer, while that area had a couple feet shaved off of it. So we could very well have some pretty sterile soil up there compared to down here. By sterile soil, I mean this would have been dirt that was a couple feet underground, so it doesn't have all that organic matter and all the nutrients that have built up in it over the years. It's good black dirt yet, but it just needs some good fertilizer on it, and I haven't put fertilizer on the yard. And the cool thing about Kentucky bluegrass is it spreads via rhizomes, so this will actually get thicker over time. So we're not gonna worry about these little thin areas. I'm not gonna need to seed these, because once this grass is established, we're gonna have little tillers that'll come up underground, and then this whole yard will be a nice mat of Kentucky bluegrass. And when it starts to thicken up, these weeds will actually start to get choked out, so then we'll just have grass. And if any weeds are gonna be resilient, well, that's what we have 2,4-D for. But I wanna wait till this grass is more established before I spray for this kind of stuff. Not really worried about it right now. It'll get better. We just gotta keep mowing stuff and be patient. This is gonna come up awesome. And speaking of awesome, don't forget you can get Cornstar Farms merch available through the link in the description. And this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.